This week, the Graphic Group Communications Limited decided to put some of the photos, some pictures they've captured over the period, over 60 years, is through the lens of graphic. And there was an exhibition put up at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Derek Okolstam and myself and Sami, our cameraman, decided to walk through and share what we saw with all of you. So enjoy it. We're at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, where the Graphic Group Limited is putting up an exhibition, the 60 years through the lens of the graphic. We want you to just sit back, relax, and enjoy through our own lens. I wonder what you make of this exhibition that's been put up by the Graphic.
Well, I think they've gone through their archives to look for a selection of pictures to represent activities they've covered over the years. And I'm still continuing to look around. I'm looking for more cultural and other pictures that reflect ordinary lives of people, and perhaps those in the area of music, and because really I think there's an over-domination of state and political activity here. But it's still an enjoyable experience to go around looking at pictures of our past history, and I think they're to be commended for what they've done.
Did you live any of these experiences live?
Well, the one of the Circle disaster, I remember going there. It was quite disturbing, especially that picture I think was taken from the air. So being an aerial shot, it really showed the extent of devastation that took place on that short time. So it's very interesting to look at photographs. I personally am here for apart from enjoying exhibitions, but apart from politics and law, I also publish. So I'm keen to see what pictures I can get from Graphic for that purpose.
Okay. Have you spotted any yet?
Quite a number. So once I finish, I'll be going around with Douglas, the head editor for the photography department, to make my selection.
Okay. We were just behind one of the memorable pictures. We're talking history. You know, this kind of conversation is coming back with the 4th August celebration, the UGCC. And I'm not sure I've quite heard you on this. What's your own take? Are we adding on to our history? Are we retelling it?
Well, I don't think so. I think nobody has suggested that we shouldn't celebrate 4th August or the contributions of our founding fathers, because Kwame Nkrumah himself, in his motion of independence on the 10th of July 1953, made it clear that we were paying tribute to members of the Fanti Confederacy and members of the Aborigines Rights Protection Society, members of the National Congress for British West Africa, and members of the UGCC, as well as so many other individuals, chiefs and ordinary people, who over a period of time had contributed to our national independence and from our sovereignty as a nation. So I think it's important that we continue to celebrate those who have made those kinds of contributions. Obviously, in our view, there's one particular person whose activity and whose determination and whose strategic skills did more for the execution of the independence as a period of time in itself. And so I think it's important to have those discussions in our democratic space, and indirectly it helps people to learn about the real facts of our history, and I'm sure the discussion will continue.
So Nkrumah led us to independence.
Well, I don't think the matter is in dispute from what I can see. I think the question is how it goes about celebrating all of those who have contributed over a period of time. And what I'm trying to say is that in being the person who executed it, he himself paid tribute to those who had also worked towards it. I think that is as it is.
4th August, should it be a state celebration, if you like? Should we be recognizing that day?
Well, I think the 4th August is looked at as a day because that was a day that I believe Aborigines Rights Protection Society was formed, and then 50 years after that, that's the day they chose to form the UGCC, and 70 years later, we're also celebrating it as a day. So there are lots of days we can all look at to see how we can honor those who have come before us and demonstrate their relevance to our democratic space.
I'm very impressed with the collection, especially the way it has been organized. The theme and everything is spot on. Yeah.
So which of these events do you remember that you witnessed live?
A lot. I looked at the eclipse. I look at so many of them. So many. I remember others too. There are stuff I've read. So looking at the pictures, it brings back a lot of memories from school and all that stuff. So we're quite impressive with everything here.
I'm an archivist, so it captures history in a certain context. You group them in a certain way. So at every stand you see a section of history. It's very important. It makes it easier to relate to history. Reading is a little bit difficult, but when history is represented in pictures, it's very easy to relate to, and so it's very impressive.
Was the photograph that does it for you?
No. I think Nkrumah and Muhammad Ali. That's one, yes. Nkrumah and Muhammad Ali there. And then I see there's also Muta Baruka and this man, Kofi Ganaba. Yes, those two pictures. The way Muta Baruka is, he was so calm. I mean, it really captures a lot.
From sport through the arts to political history, a lot of culture, we come to one disaster that's on our minds as Ghanaians. Certainly this does it for me, is the June 3, 2015 flood fire disaster, and they tell the story so well. That one that will be on your mind, certainly bringing back memories right here. Finally, this is where we are as a nation. The fight against Galamsey, and the pictures would tell you the kind of devastation that Galamsey has brought onto us as a nation, polluting water bodies and all of that. This is it. Galamsey operative encroached upon a cocoa farm land, cutting down some of the cocoa trees and degrading the land as well as polluting the river. Well, fortunately for us, there's Operation Vanguard, which is fighting this menace. From me here at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, I hope that you've enjoyed absolutely this exhibition put up by Graphic Groups Limited.